All right, we'll call the 2024 public hearing to order. This is for the public hearing regarding the proposed text amendment. This meeting is being recorded for transcription purposes, and written minutes and attachments, if any, will serve as the official record of this meeting. On behalf of our virtual audience, we ask the public joining us in person to approach the podium in the event they would like to speak. They will need to announce their name and address prior to speaking. Additionally, we ask the audience to save personal conversation for after the meeting, as additional voices cause confusion for those attending virtually. Please call the roll.
Marzullo.
Here.
Group. Here. Fisher.
Here.
Manley.
Here.
Kalis.
Here.
In the audience are trustees Engelmann, Sweattick, Asherle, and zoning inspector Wilson.
All right, so the public hearing is an opportunity for the public to weigh in on something that we as a commission have decided to forward to first Medina County Planning Commission, and then ultimately we look at any sort of changes that they would like to make, and then we forward that on to the trustees. This gives the public an opportunity to weigh in on what it is we're putting forth to the trustees to potentially amend the zoning text. And right now, what we're about to do is go through some of the text amendments that have already gone to the Medina County Planning Commission. Yeah.
We do at some point.
Okay.
It's in there.
All right. So, and the text amendment has already gone to the Medina County Planning Commission. They've made a couple of suggestions that we will be going over here as we get into it. Most of them are pretty minor. And let's see, where is the
That was just an overview. What are you looking for?
the
topics are at least listed on the back.
the announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the purpose of the subject of this hearing is as follows: to review proposed amendment AM 0022, request to the Hinckley Township zoning resolution from the Township Zoning Commission as follows: amendment request to zoning regulations, amendments to the following chapters: Chapter 3, definitions; Chapter 6, district regulations; Section 6R1, 6R2, 6I2; Chapter 7, conditional zoning certificate; Chapter 8, non-conforming uses, buildings, lots, and structures; Chapter 9, parking and loading regulations; Chapter 11, site plan review; Chapter 16, sexually oriented business; and grammatical changes for consistent references to numbers, capitalization, formatting, and associated changes, etc. At the conclusion of this hearing, the matter will be referred to the Hinckley Township Board of Trustees for its action and further determination. Copies of the proposed amendment will be available for public viewing from the date of this notice to the date of hearing at the zoning department located in the administration building at 1410 Ridge Road on Monday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to noon. Information may also be found on the Hinckley website at www.hinkleytwp.org under Township News and Events titled Zoning Commission Public Hearing. All interested parties are asked to attend the hearing. Written comments may be sent to the Hinckley Township Zoning Commission, P.O. Box 344, Hinckley, Ohio 44233. Log into www.hinkleytwp.org for virtual Zoom option to observe, listen only. All right, let's take some time to kind of run through the changes to get everyone here up to speed. Now, you said you have it.
What would you like? So we have the topics. Do we just want to go over the topics? Just briefly reference the topics, or do we want to go through the text, the actual text amendments?
I'm fine with actually just running through
I would just run through the topics that we're changing and see if there's any public comment that we
one.
can.
I also want to make sure that we include the changes or the recommended changes from the planning commission. First, we started in chapter 3 and went through some of the definitions. One of the big things we're doing is breaking up automobile service station. That was actually kind of a 1940s style definition, and we broke that out into two separate things. Automobile refueling and recharging station. What we're looking at nowadays is kind of a typical service station, and then automobile repair and service, more of a garage type establishment that we've seen now. We also changed the floor area definition from living area and floor area public to floor area gross. We created that floor area public and living area. And that allows us to get a little bit more clear understanding of what kind of spaces we're dealing with when we get into the different sections as what is actually allowable. Aside from that, in the in the definitions chapter, really it was mostly grammatical, small changes that we're making. Has everyone on the commission had a chance to look through the planning commission's recommended changes? Is there anything anyone would like to say regarding that?
Chairman, I will have some revisions based upon that, but I think we'll wait till after our regular meeting where we'll actually do the motions. This is the public hearing portion. And so when we get to our regular meeting and review the text and its finality, I think I'll go through my proposals.
All right. Then we went into chapter 5, districts and zoning maps. And here we made some changes as far as some of the setbacks, as well as including that some developments have a requirement to be serviced by public central water. And that specifically is for conservation developments. Looking at some of the accessory uses and doing mostly kind of housekeeping, removing things that aren't further addressed in the actual content, getting the sections to line up with our new definitions. And in chapter 7, the conditional zoning certificates, we really were, the only substantive change that we made was actually changing the restoration of a damaged building, where we said that restoration needed to commence by the same time that we used to say it needed to be completed by. Chapter 8 was again just tying it into new definitions. Same with the first part of 9, until we got into 9 and the parking standards, where we removed some so that it would line up with some of the new requirements in the other sections. And then in the some of the tables, we updated that to line up with our new definitions as well. Chapter 11 and 16 were again just adjusted to align with the new verbiage in the new definition section. If anyone has any comments that they'd like to bring up about the proposed amendments, please feel free to come up to the podium, and we'd love to hear from you. Nothing? All right. So as far as the public hearing is concerned, we don't have any public comments. Is there anything anybody on the commission would like to say regarding all this?
I just want to note before we adjourn that this isn't the end of the process, that after this, it is assuming that we decide to forward it on, which we'll vote at our regular meeting that will follow this. It would be forwarded to the Board of Trustees, which then would conduct yet another public hearing. The Board of Trustees could then adopt or deny the recommendations of the Township Zoning Commission or adopt some modification of those. In that if the board denies or modifies the commission's recommendations, a majority vote of the board shall be required. So the Board of Trustees will make the final determination after yet another public hearing. We're just providing a recommendation to the Board of Trustees.
Thank you. With that being said, entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved.
Moved by Manley, second by Crew. Please call the roll.
Regular,
Yes.
Crew? Yes. Fisher?
Yes.
Hanley?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
All right, and the public hearing is adjourned at 7:10.